Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Before I talk about what I'm going to talk about today, I just want to say a huge thank you to all the support and lovely messages that I've been getting. It's definitely made me want to continue with this channel, which is a great thing. But basically today I just wanted to share with you guys a few things that I have found that has helped my health anxiety and just anxiety in general. But I think especially with health anxiety, there's definitely a lot of triggers. And I think we all know that Googling is the biggest one. And I actually went through a period of my life where I was Googling probably 10, 12 hours a day. I was up all night and having a 1-year-old as well to look after. You can imagine how stressful that was. So I basically bit the bullet, and what I did was to stop myself Googling. I gave my iPhone to my parents and I bought myself a £17 phone that literally just had text messaging and calls on it and a few games. And it was really weird to begin with because I was so used to Googling all the time, and it actually became like an addiction for me. But basically what happened was I had this phone for 2 months, and then when I did feel like I was kind of ready to have my phone back, I had it back kind of like in stages. Like I would sometimes have my phone for like an hour, then I'd give it back, and then I would have it for a couple of hours, and I'd have it for like one day or overnight. I know that sounds really immature and silly, but it was literally the only way I could get out of it because it was destroying my life. So if you are Googling all the time and you're literally finding that you can't stop, it may be worth speaking to somebody, whether that's a partner, a friend, or a family member, and just, you don't even have to go to the extreme like I did, but you could just tell them, like, maybe they take your phone off you from, say, 8 o'clock in the evening, or they just monitor you in general. Because I think sometimes, like, we end up Googling, we get so wrapped up in it, we don't realise that we've spent 5 hours looking up the rarest type of cancer or whatever. So definitely let your loved ones know so that they can help you and they can monitor you, because an addiction is an addiction at the end of the day. It's like everything else, and it's really, really hard to break. The second thing I would say is, in the worst of my anxiety, I was spending a lot of time indoors. And the reason why was because I just felt so anxious when I was outside. But I started to go on a walk every day, and sometimes it would literally just be around the block. It doesn't have to be anything too intense, but just getting that fresh air, even if you feel like you're gonna have a panic attack, honestly, when the fresh air hits your face, it's like therapy for me. So I would, massively recommend, if you can get out and, maybe take a friend with you or your dog or whatever, or even just go on your own, just have a walk around the block. And it really, really helped me to clear my head. So that is definitely something that I would say. Number 3 is just eating a better diet. Like, when I was really anxious, I had no appetite at all. So I was just like snacking all the time, and then I wasn't drinking enough water, which was then causing me more symptoms that I was worrying about. So, like, because I wasn't drinking, I was getting headaches, and because I was just like snacking all the time, I had like weird digestive issues, and it was just like a vicious cycle. So I started to eat better. I started to make sure I was having my breakfast and just making sure I was getting 3 solid meals a day, making sure I was drinking and keeping myself hydrated. And there are still some days now where like I forget and I neglect that part. I think especially being a mum, I'm always so busy, but I definitely notice when I'm not like eating and I'm not like doing the things that I should be doing. It really, really has an effect on my anxiety and my health anxiety. So yeah, just try and like get yourself into a bit of a routine, because if you're giving yourself the right fuel and the things that your body needs, you're going to get less physical symptoms that are going to freak you out. So that's a definite. Number 4 for me is journaling. So I have a couple of notebooks, and I got into the habit of every day before bed, I would basically just write down everything that had happened, everything that I was worried about, all of the symptoms that I had, and just anything I wanted to talk about, basically. And it was my therapist who actually suggested this, and she said there was some kind of study that showed that people who journal are less likely to be, or their anxiety levels are lessened within 6 weeks. and I just find it really helpful. It's nice just to like just vent on a piece of paper, and just all of that nonsense that's going on in your head, just write it down, because sometimes you don't want to tell anybody else, so just write it down on paper, and it's just nice to see it there and it's out of your head. So I would definitely recommend doing that. It's something that you really need to like just put into your day routine. It's only going to take you 10 minutes. Just find yourself 10 minutes where you can sit kind of like in peace and quiet and just write down all your thoughts. Number 5 is mindfulness. When I say that, I don't mean you have to be a hippie and sit under trees and meditate all the time. I just mean just general like mindfulness. Like if you're brushing your teeth, just really focus on kind of like, how the toothpaste tastes, how the bristles feel on your gums or whatever it is, and just silly things like if you're doing the dishes, just how does the water feel, and just really try and like focus on that task. Because for me, like part of my like anxiety in general is because I really just can't live in the present, and so many people have said to me, oh try, you just need to learn how to live in the present, and I'm like, trust me, I'm trying. I would do it if I could, but even if it's for literally a minute a day, just start small and just be mindful for that 1 minute. Just focus yourself on that task, and I really found that was helpful. So yeah, I'm gonna save kind of like part 2 for another video, but there are definitely a few other things that have really helped me with my health anxiety. By no means am I cured. I still struggle daily, but these things have definitely helped. And I think that if we all kind of put these things into practice, I really feel that we would notice a difference with our anxiety. And I think it's just all baby steps. We've got to go easy on ourselves. It's not going to happen overnight. But if we can put little things in place, we can slowly feel better. So I just want to kind of put that out there, that things can and will get better if you put in a little bit of work. So yeah, as always, please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. If I'm talking quietly, it's because the baby is asleep next door, so sorry if I've been speaking really, really super quiet in this video. Please subscribe if you want to keep updated. And as always, please message me if you want to chat. I always put my Instagram link below. I will reply as soon as I physically can. So yeah, see you guys soon. Bye.